What's up guys, it's Greta. Today I am super thankful that you are here with me. I am going to be doing another overnight hairstyle for you. This is going to be me recreating Desi Perkins' easy natural looking curls video. So I thought this would be kind of fun because she has natural curls to begin with and I do not. So my hair is naturally straight. Any bit of wave you see in it now is because it was up in a bun. So that has given it a little bit of movement. So let's see how this goes. And for all of my girls out there with straight hair as well, this is for you. Let's see how Desi Perkins' natural looking curls goes with straight hair. Thank you guys so much for clicking on my video today. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope that you enjoy this video. It brings you some laughter and some education. And without further ado, let's begin. This video is going to consist of 3 steps. The first step is going to be braiding my hair. But this is going to be braided on wet hair, so I've got to go wash my hair quick and I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. So now that my hair is all washed and fresh, I'm going to brush it out with my wet brush all the way through just to make sure everything is tangle free. A wet brush is literally life-changing. Like, the way that I brush my hair is so different because it takes the knots out, but like doesn't keep putting more knots in. Sometimes I feel like when I go back to using a regular brush, I brush it, then I brush it in a different direction, it just creates more knots. And this just gets rid of everything, and it's so nice and gentle on the hair. So now that the hair is all brushed out and free of tangles, I'm going to go ahead and spray it with some heat protectant, and I am going to use Alterna's Perfect Iron Spray. So I'm going to go ahead and spray that all over. I'm actually going to put my towel over my legs because if this gets on the floor, it makes my wood floors super slippery. So I gotta make sure I don't get that slippery. All right, so go ahead and brush that through again to evenly distribute the product through your hair. And then go ahead and part the hair where you want to have it parted for where you want to wear it tomorrow. I think I'll do it down the middle. I don't know, I kind of want to try it. I just kind of want to have even amount of hair on each side, so one moment. Good enough. I actually think I'm going to let my hair air dry slightly. It is 5:30 in the evening now, so it does have plenty of time to dry, but I'm just gonna err on the side of caution to let it dry fully in the braid. So I'm gonna just kind of do my own thing for a little while and let it air dry, and I'll be right back. Now that my hair is dried a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and do that same parting that I did before with half and half. And like I said, I'm just kind of going down the back like that. Nothing perfect. I don't want it perfect. And those are going to be my sections. Go ahead and brush those out. And then we're gonna do 2 on each side, so we're gonna have a total of 4 braids. Because I have face framing, that is harder to keep that in the braid. I'm going to do a slight Dutch braid, but just a couple stitches before I get to like the bottom. So I'm just gonna take that whole top section like that and break that into the 3 sections, and I'm gonna braid those. Okay, that's all the hair. And then just finish off with your regular 3-strand braid all the way down. So I have one section, which is the middle section, that's way thinner at the moment than the rest of them, even though I tried to add in that hair and make it as even as possible. I'll show you up close. So this is what I'm gonna do when this section is much thinner than the rest of the sections. I'm gonna leave this hair for that one. So I just traded that over, and now I'm gonna take this section and then just braid it as its next step would be, and then just continue braiding like nothing happened. So you'll see it looks a little bit different than the rest of them, but that's just gonna give you a little extra hair to work with in that section. And then just finish off the braid like normal. And if you feel like you have to do that a couple times, that's totally fine. The goal right now is just to have your braid done, and at the bottom to get that wave for tomorrow. So either braid this down as far as you can braid, or leave some length like this. Put on your elastic. Get it pretty tight. And then on the last go around, leave it through just halfway. And that's gonna leave this loop, and that's gonna make it so that the ends of your hair, when you're totally done and you take it out, aren't gonna be stick straight. So I'll go ahead and do this next section. Make sure you brush the tangles out before you begin. Again, 3 sections, and do your regular braid. This one I'm gonna do just that basic braid because I don't have small hairs like my face framing in the back that I'm gonna try and add in. So this will be just the regular braid, exactly how Desi did it in her video. Then when you have a couple inches left, go ahead and take the elastic again and wrap that around till it's tight. If you don't go till it's tight and then you do this loop, the loop will just slide right out because that last go around with the elastic isn't gonna be tight enough to keep it in place. So that's what I'm gonna do on the other side as well. Make sure the sections are even, get this one out of the way, brush it out. So now that I look fabulous, I am going to go to sleep so that I can complete the next 2 steps once I am awake and my braids are dry. So I will see you in just a moment. Good morning, guys. My hair is totally dry and I am ready to take out the braids. So like I said, with having those loops, that kept the hair from being totally straight on the ends, and you can see that on all of those. There's some movement. This one's a little bit straighter, but that's okay. That'll give it a little bit of diversity, which will make it look a little bit more natural. It saves you time doing those loops so that you don't have to go back and curl those or change it up in any way. You still can. You can totally feel free to do that. So I'm just going to take out all the elastics first, and then I'll start taking the braids out. If you remember what I said earlier, this is going to be step 2. Step 2 is taking out the braids once they're dry. So I'm going to go ahead and start in the back and just start taking this braid out nice and easy. So like I said before, my hair does take to a crimp pretty well, but we're going for more natural curls, so let's see what happens. All right, so that is all the braids out. So let's go ahead and move on to step 3, which is curling. So this is gonna give you that base to work with, but this is, like Desi mentioned in her video, it's more of that crimpy style and the waves, and it looks like it was braided, and that's not what we're going for. We're looking for more of like a natural curled look. So for me, because I am not naturally curly, everything up here is just gonna be straight. So I'm gonna focus on making sure this looks a little more curly, and then work my way around and just kind of grabbing random pieces. So I have my Marcel iron. It's the kind that twists like that with the clamp. This is what I used in beauty school and still use it occasionally. So I'm just gonna move that clamp out of the way, and I'm actually not going to use the clamp part. I'm actually just going to wrap it around as if it was a wand, and I'm going to use my viewfinder so I don't burn myself. So this is gonna go, how do I want this? Away from the face. And it's gonna travel down to the ends. Hold that for some time and then let that out. And give that like that spiral curled look. And then like I said, I wanna go ahead and do that on like the top portion so that it doesn't look like just flat on top. We got to give it some movement and bounce with the curls. So I am leaving the ends out, holding that, and then letting that go. Then you can kind of pull on that. All right, so those two just went away from the face, so this one can come towards the face. And you want to be sure to let that hair travel down the barrel, so you're not like squeezing the pieces together. This will give it more of that natural loose curl. Okay, so my hair is too long, just like hers was. It didn't reach all the way to the end. So I'm gonna come then to the middle there and then finish that off. And we'll do the other side. And if you notice, the iron's kind of always pointing down with my elbow going up. I'm gonna come back to this front piece. I might have to move, my wire is like not long enough. I'm gonna come over here. So you can see already this looks so much more like a curled look rather than just waves. And I've only done, I think, 5 curls. So I'm just gonna continue doing the curls around in random sections on random pieces of hair and just give it that like messy curled look. Kind of come underneath as well, get some of those pieces, make those curly too. So we are totally protected on the heat side of things because I put the heat protectant in last night when my hair was wet. So you don't have to worry about spraying each piece for your hair now and then waiting for it to dry because you already have that in. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side in my mirror so I don't burn myself because this side's a little bit trickier because of where my iron is plugged in at the moment. So I will be right back. I have finished both sides and I've done the back. So what I did was I actually took the front sections from behind my ear to the front, left that here, threw that in the back. Same thing on this side, threw that in the back. This I did, and I was done. And then I went ahead and took sections from the top in the back. I'll turn around so you can kind of see. So I took sections from the top in the back and curled those. And then I used my mirror to see in my other mirror what needed to be done. So I didn't want this to be super perfect. Obviously, we were just creating that base with the braids and then adding in the detailed curls to give it that natural curly look. And I think it came out really well. Even though I am naturally straight haired, I think by adding those curls on top, it really, really helped. It doesn't look 100% natural on me just because having curled these front pieces, that just looks like I curled them, but I think the rest looks really pretty natural with like the different textures, and each one I did like forward and then backward and then forward and then backward, and that gives you that nice like natural and beachy wave kind of look. So I'm really pleased. I'm thinking this might be something I do fairly regularly. I don't use a lot of heat on my hair, but occasionally I'm okay with that. Something else I did, so I'll just show you how I did this with my iron. In the back, I took my pieces, say like this one, and I took it in the back and I wrapped that around. So that's how I did all of the back sections. And then something else I did was, because I got pretty frizzy here overnight, I actually just took that and kind of ran it on top to get rid of some of that frizziness. Be careful when you do this. Very careful. Mine is actually off right now, so I just did that without any worries. But be very careful if you do that, and do that in the mirror so you're seeing exactly what's happening. You can even lift the hair off of the head and just kind of run it slight, and make sure you don't tilt it this way towards the face, but kind of away from the face, and make sure you don't. Or use product and, you know, let that sit down or something. So anyway, this is the look, and I'll pan out a little bit so you can see everything from the back to the front and find a little spin and how it looks. One more tip I have for you towards the ends, some of them I did put in the curling iron a little bit more so the ends didn't all look straight, and mostly like where they were clumped up from my braids, even though it gave it like that texture and that like kind of movement, it was still like a lot in one condensed area. So I broke it up a little bit with some curls towards the bottom. Well, I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and I definitely think, like I said, I'll probably do this again. I really enjoy it, and I think it's really pretty. It looks pretty natural, but it still looks a little like done up for me, just because I'm so used to wearing my hair straight all the time. This curly, like wavy, is obviously not natural for me, but I really like it. And normally I'm not like a curly person, like I don't love curls in my hair. But I think because this is like on a foundation of waves and it's still like messy, I like it. So anyway, Desi Perkins did a great thing with sharing this, and I know this has helped so many people, and I just wanted to give you a look on how it could turn out on naturally straight hair versus on her naturally curly hair. And again, I am super pleased with it. I think it's great. If you haven't seen her video, make sure to watch that. Thank you for sticking with me through the entirety of this video. If you like what I did and what I do a lot of hairstyling and minimalism and clean living videos. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button and make sure to like this video. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell, otherwise you might not hear when my next video comes out. I do make videos weekly. I post them every Thursday, so I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys. What's up, guys? It's Greta, and today I have another hair tutorial for you, and it is also another heatless. Nope, that's not right. The first step is going to be braiding my wet hair. Oh, what? Oh my goodness. So we have a problem. My hair is dry, so I have to go wash it, and I will be, this is weird. So what Desi does in her video, oh my goodness, I just ruined my part. Ah! Oh no. So it wasn't completely straight. I don't know what I'm saying. Make sure to hit that subscribe channel button. What? I hope that you like this video and have enjoyed it. If you do, what? Still, I can't do this right.